Hello guys, welcome to login and a registration system with email activation in PHP and MySQL. So first thing, we need to design those pages like index.php, register.php, login.php, logout.php, recover.php, admin.php, code.php, and also rest.php. So here is each file with details. Means we will design the index.php file page, and inside the index.php file we will design simple display the navbar and also a text on the center page center, right? So first thing, we need to download the Bootstrap, right? So first I check it my recording working or not. Yes, okay. So go to website with the name of getbootstrap.com. I'm going to show with you again, guys. Just a minute. Write Bootstrap. Basically we will use Bootstrap to design the pages. So click the download button and also select download button. Then you need to select the location or path as you want to save the Bootstrap file. So select location. I'm going to select C drive, same folder, htdoc folder, and create a folder. For example, I'm going to use login pro. Okay, this is my project name. You can write any name, select that and paste save the Bootstrap file. Open the folder and then right click it, extract the files, and go to CSS folder, copy the, or you can cut the Bootstrap file. Go to your project, create a folder with the name of CSS, right, and save this file. Go to project, remove other files, other folders. Now the next thing, you need to upload add this project on your code editor. In this course I will use basically Visual Studio Code to write the codes. So simple drag and drop the project on the code editor. Now the next thing, you need to create a file. I'm going to use index.php. this is a simple normal file, and close the other one tab, and also I'll leave that, right? Okay, so first thing, you need to write basic syntax of HTML file, and then you need to just write the title, login and registration system with email activation. Right, now the next thing, you need to include the CSS file, Bootstrap CSS file. Okay, now the final step, you need to check the Bootstrap working or not. So first I'm gonna basically run the XAMPP to execute the Bootstrap PHP file. So wait a couple of seconds, open this XAMPP. I'm going to use h2. We are working on PHP, right? I need to use class display 4, right? First save that, and what is this? Okay, open the browser and write the localhost login pro. This is my project name, and check it working or not. Just a minute. Okay, everything is working. Bootstrap is working fine on this project. So in the next video, I'm going to teach with you how we can design the navbar inside our index.php file and display the text, and also we'll design the register and also login pages, and also many other things we will cover step by step. So thank you very much for watching. See you in the next lecture. Hello guys, welcome back. In previous lecture we have discussed all about how we can set up our project. In this video we will discuss all about how we can design the navbar, and also you can say that index.php page. I'm going to show with you just a minute. Where is this one? Okay, index.php to display the navbar and a text on the center, and also we will display the buttons login and register now, right? So let's get started. So this is our browser and this is a text. I'm gonna remove the text first, and first I'm gonna use command navigation bar, right? First I'm gonna use nav and div, right? And class navbar expand sm navbar light bg light, right? Then I'm gonna use class container anchor link, and I'm gonna use index.php page, and when user click on this link, then who will redirect with index.php page. And then I'm gonna use h3 tag l and login and registration system, right? This is our logo. I will assign the class bg no navbar brand, right? Another thing is I'm going to use style background hash ccc, right? Now this is a very simple. Then I'm going to use ul tag, li tag, anchor tag, and I'm going to use a dummy link home and assign the class navbar nav, right? And just nav item nav links, okay? And also I'm gonna save that, and let's check it now in the browser. Okay, this is our logo and this is a navigation bar, right? And where is the code editor? Okay, save, and let's check it now again. After that, okay, home page, I mean home has been appeared in the right side, but I want to display this home link in the right side. So I'm going to use auto. Let's check it now again, right? I think just a minute, I check it. Margin right. Okay, margin right auto. Okay, so this is our first one, and I'm going to copy this one, paste 2 times, change the text like services, and this is about. You can use that to redirect with another pages. In my case, I leave that. I just want to show you how you can design the navigation bar. So let's check it now. Home, services, about. Let's create a buttons. Outside of the UL tag, I'm going to use button. No, I'm going to use anchor link and write the page name. This page we will create on later, but this time I assign the name, right? Inside the anchor link, I'm going to use button tag and just write login. Inside the button tag, I'm going to use btn danger, right? Copy that, paste it, and just change the name. Register. Change the page name, register, and change the basically class. Save that, and let's check now. 2 buttons have appeared on the browser. Let's assign the margin 2. No, 1 means make a space between 1 to second button, right? Now you can also display the text. So use container row call card, okay, and I'm gonna use BG. I'm gonna just use card, okay, BG light. I'm gonna use index PHP page 7. Let's check it now, right? And I'm going to use class text center and make a space between top and bottom, margin top 5, right? And also I'm going to use padding top and bottom 3 or 2. Okay, so this is our home page. In the next video I'm going to teach with you how we can design the login and register now page. Hello guys, welcome back. In this video we will discuss all about how we can create a register and login pages. So inside a register page we will create a username, email, password, and also confirm password. And also we will create a login page. Inside our login page we will create an email, password, remember me checkbox, and also forget link. So let's get started to create a register.php page. So go to code editor and create a CL file. I'm going to use register.php, right? I moved this file outside of the folder, right? This is a CSS folder. Outside of the CSS folder have a register.php page. So I'm going to copy the whole code and paste here, save that. Let's check it now in the browser. Register.php, same thing, right? But we will change that. Okay, here is a simple code. I'm going to change that. I just use card div right, and class card body, no, card title. First I'm going to use card title, and inside card title I'm going to use h2 registration form, right? Outside of the card title I'm going to use div class card body. Inside the card body I'm going to use input text field, type text, name is username, and placeholder username. Let's check it now in the PowerPoint, username, okay. And then I'm going to use class form control, padding top and bottom 2, and also margin bottom 2, right? And copy that basically and paste here. Just change the type to email, change the name email, change the placeholder email, copy that, paste here, change the type password, name is password, just use pass, okay, and placeholder password. Paste here. I already copied the input text field code. Now use password again and change the name. cpass means confirm password. Confirm password. And let's create a button. First save that and let's check it now in the browser. Okay, our form is ready on the browser, but I will decrease the size. Call LG6. Save and let's check it now. Okay, perfect. I'm going to use margin auto to display the card on the center. Perfect. And display the text on the center, so I'm going to use class text center. Right, and also I'm going to use padding, no, margin top to. Okay, and also I'm going to use HR to display the horizontal row. Okay, this is a horizontal row. Okay, our registration form, our input text fields, and also we will create a button. So first I'm going to use button, use register now. Save for that, right? And just use class btn success, right? I'm going to display this button on the right side, so I'm going to use display left. Okay, float right, sorry, right? So this is our registration form, and let's link this form with register.php page. Okay, here is already linked, and when user click on the register now button, first I'm going to show with you guys, just a minute. Login pro, index.php page, click to register now, redirect with another page with the name of register.php page. Inside this page have a form, simple form, right? Let's create a login page. So I create a new file, logins. First say that login.php, right? Let's check it now. Login.php. Okay, copy the register.php complete code, paste here, save that, and change the basically title login form, and change the button name login, and I need to change the color, basically dark. Let's check it now. First I remove the username. Okay, I'm going to remove the first one and last one. Input text fields, only display the first one, email, and second one is a password, right? U email. Okay, this is a no. I change the basically names is very important to getting that data, right? You pass. So let's check it now. I'll go to the login.php page. Okay, this is our login.php user, email, and password. Okay, let's change the placeholder, user, email. So refer that. Okay, this is our simple login form, right? Now I think I will create more than pages, but before creating a pages we will add some things. A link first, remember me checkbox, and forget link inside the card, login card. Okay, I'm going to show it to you here. So first I'm going to use input check box class form control. First save that and let's check it now. Too large. Okay, I think I need to remove that. I just use right checkbox, and before using that I'm going to use span tag to remember me and paste input text, right? But I will cut that and paste after that. Okay, remember me. Okay, this is a checkbox. We will also assign the name remember, right? Now the last thing, we need to include the link, so I'm going to use link for get.php page for get password, right? Save and refer the page. But I will use this one and also this one outside of this tab, class card footer, and paste this code, right? Save and let's check it now. Okay, perfect. Remember me, and also I'm going to use class float, right? Okay, remember me, forget login. Okay, so this is our simple form, login form, and also we have made the register form also. In the next video we will discuss all about how we can create a recover.php page, code.php page, rest.php page, and many other pages. So thank you very much for watching. See you in the next lecture, guys. Hello guys, welcome back. In this video we will discuss all about how we create another pages like reset password, code page, and many other pages. I will teach with you step by step. But before we do that, we need to change the spelling of forget password. So I go to forget password. Okay, this is a perfect spelling of this text, right? Now go to PowerPoint, and first we will create a recover.php page. Inside recover.php page we will create a simple input text field and also simple button, two buttons, cancel and send. So let's do that. So first I'm going to copy the complete login code. So remove this one and create a file. What is the name of this file? Recover.php. So I use recover.php. Paste the complete code, save that, and let's check it now on the browser. Recover.php. Everything is perfect and everything is the same, right? But I want to change the simple statements, like remove this one. No, I cut the button and paste here, right? And cancel, create another button. What is the next button? Send password. Okay, send password. We need to include just one input text field. Okay, the first one. Refer that. Okay, and I'm going to change bg danger, bg success, between success, and float left float, float left float 7. Let's check it now. Okay, email, send password, cancel, and login form to change that recover password. Okay, right, this is our record.php page. Now let's create another pages like code.php page. So copy the same code, create another file and write the file name code.php, paste the complete code, save that, and write the text. Uname is the code, recover code. Okay, and placeholder is a code. I'm going to use hash sign 2 3 4 5 6, right? So let's check it now. Code.php page, right? And this is a code, and we need to change the text. Just write enter the code, enter code. Use same thing. We will write the names on later, right? Inside cancel and send button, right? Save, and let's check it now. Enter the code, right? And also I think everything is perfect. Okay, so let's create another page like reset.php page. First and second input text field. So copy the complete code, create a file reset.php, paste the complete code, save that, and just write reset password, and just write the password, type is password and also password, and reset pass, reset cpass. Okay, cpass, placeholder password and confirm password, confirm password. So let's check it now in the browser. Just a minute. Reset.php, right? Password, confirm password, right? Let's create another page like admin.php page. I just copy the index.php page data or code and create a page admin.php, paste the complete code, and just we need to change the text like this one, admin php page. So and admin.php, right? This is the admin.php page. Okay, so now the last one is a logout.php. This time we will just create a logout.php page, right? Logout.php, and we leave that. Basically we will create a logout.php page on later. We will use PHP on this page. So we have made more than 8 pages like register, login, logout, recover, reset, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 pages, right? In the next video we will talk about the refactoring code, how we can reuse the code. So thank you very much for watching. See you in the next lecture, guys. Hello guys, welcome back. In this video I'm gonna teach with you how we can reuse our code. So first thing, we need to create a folder, write any name. In my case I will use includes. Inside includes folder I will create a files like header.php, and also I will create another file like footer.php, right? This is the header, this is the footer, and also I will create another file called nav.php, right? 3 files available inside includes folder, right? So first thing, you need to go on index.php file and copy the code like this one, document HTML to body section, cut that and go to header.php and paste here, save that, and go to index.php file and write the PHP basic syntax and write the require once parentheses and write the folder name. Inside the folder name have a header.php file, right? So let's check it now on the file. Everything is the same, but you are able to see my code has been decreased, right? Now the next thing you need to do is cut the closing and closing HTML tag. Go to footer.php and save, paste the code, save the file, go to index.php file and write the same thing, require once parentheses includes footer.php. Save. Let's check it now, right? Everything is the same. Now the next thing we need to do is we need to copy the complete navigation bar and go to nav.php, save this, paste and save the file, go to index.php file and write the same thing, require once includes nav.php, right? Save that and refer that. Everything is the same, but you are able to see my code has been reduced, right? And also I'm going to use comment. Comment is very important. Man page, right? So you can use same thing with in other pages like login.php page. Go to login.php page and cut this code, write the basic syntax of PHP and write the require once includes header.php, save that, go to below, close this one, remove those tags and write the basic syntax of PHP, require once includes footer.php, right? Save. And also we need to do is we need to remove the navigation code, write the basic syntax of PHP and write require once and nav.php. First we need to use folder name nav.php, save. And also I'm going to use comment login form, right? Just a minute. Okay, so this is our login page. I'm going to remove those pages and also another pages. I will open each page like register.php, and first I check it login.php page. Everything is the same, right? Now let's work on register.php page. Require once includes header.php, save, go to below, remove those tags, write the basic syntax of PHP, use require once includes footer.php and go to above and remove the navigation code and use same thing, require once includes nav.php. Now also I'm going to use registration form, right? This is a registration form code, save, and let's check it now in the browser, register.php, right? Now let's work on another pages like admin.php. Remove those tags and to use require once includes header.php, and I will use same things. Require once includes nav.php, require once footer.php. Right, so, and also I'm going to use comment admin main page. So close that and recover.php. I will manage the each code, right, and also I will remove the navigation bar with another pages, but I will teach with you on later. This time I will use same things to reuse the code. Includes once includes footer.php, right, and go to above. Require once includes nav.php, and this is our recover main page, right? And guys, I think everything is perfect. Now use logout is the same, and let's work on code.php page. Require once includes header.php, require once includes nav.php, and also we need to use require once footer.php. So, and let's check it now with another pages like code.php. Okay, code.php. Okay, we need to use includes, right? So, and let's check it now. Perfect. Okay, now let's check it now. Recover.php page, everything is perfect. Now finally we need to change the, where is the reset? Okay, here is the reset file. We need to change that. Require once includes header.php, and require once footer includes footer.php, and we need to remove the navigation bar. Require once includes nav.php. So, and this is a reset file. Now the next thing we need to do is I'm going to remove the navigation bar with reset.php page, and another pages like code.php and recover.php page, because I don't need to display the navigation bar with another pages. Let's check it now, the reset.php page. So I'm gonna use reset.php. Okay, everything is perfect. We are able to see the reset password and the first and second input text field. We will remove the navigation bar from another pages. So I'm going to check out the code.php page and remove the navigation bar, right? So and also recover.php. okay, save and refresh the page. Recover, just a minute, recover.php, everything is perfect, and also code.php, perfect. So in the next video I'm going to teach with you how we can create a PHP file or functions. Inside a PHP file we will create a functions, then we will check the functions. So thank you very much for watching. See you in the next lecture, guys. Hello guys, welcome back. In this video we will discuss all about how we can create files like functions.php and config.php, and also I will create a database file, and also I will create a connection with PHP to database. So first I remove the tabs and I will create a folder, right, and write the folder name functions. Inside this folder I'm gonna create a file config.php. The next one file is a functions.php, and third one is I'm gonna create a db.php, right? 3 files I have made. So first I'm gonna create a function. I will create a database on later. This time I will make a function, connection. MySQL connect localhost root, password is null, and database is, I'm gonna create a login pro database, right? I will create on later a login pro database, right? Now the next thing I'm gonna write, if connection is not stable, then come into the if body and display the message connection error, right? Now the next thing I'm gonna create means go to function.php and write the basic syntax, right, and save this file, and also you need to write the basic syntax of PHP inside config.php file. Now the next thing you need to include db and config file inside a function files, because I will call the functions file inside my index.php file. Then I will write the complete code with functions.php and also config.php page. So first I'm gonna use require once db.php. Now I'm gonna use the folder name. First one, folder name is function.php. Folder name is functions, and file name is require once and config.php, right? Now the next thing you need to go on includes header.php file, and top of the doc type you need to write the basic syntax of PHP and call require once functions, and then the file name is the functions function.php. I think I need to remove the file name, rename the file name. I have made the file name with functions.php because I already made the functions folder, so I'm gonna remove the, okay, leave that, okay. I'm gonna use functions.php, right? Once you do that, then go to functions.php file and write something inside echo statement. Everything is working fine, right? Go to your browser and search, write the index.php, MySQL connect. Okay, I leave the basically database because I just check it, everything is working or not. As you can see guys, everything is working fine. We will create a database on later, and also we will create a tables. So I paste the database code, right? So just you need to create a folder. Inside a folder you need to make a 3 files. Write any name as you like. In my case I have used config.php file, db.php, functions.php. Both files I have included inside the functions file. If I will write anything else inside config file, then this file data or this text will be appear on the main page. Why? Because I have called this file inside my functions.php file, and this file I have called inside my header.php page. Header.php file has been included on each pages, right? For example, this is the index.php. I'm gonna leave this one, and I'm gonna open, for example, register. As you can see guys, this is a text. I'm gonna open login.php, and as you can see, right, I hope you are understood as well. In the next video I'm gonna teach with you how we can create a database and how we can assign the value. So thank you very much for watching. See you in the next lecture. Hello guys, welcome back. In this video I'm gonna teach with you how we can create a database. So first thing, we need to go on our code editor, and first I'm gonna check the function.php file. Inside function.php file I have called the config.php file invalid. Invalid means I can't use this file data because I need to use functions folder. This file available inside our function folder, so we need to call functions \n, right, save that, and close all the files without register.php and config.php. So inside register.php file have input fields, so remove or you can cut the input text field and write the form tag and use action. I'm gonna leave the action and I'm gonna use method post, right, and inside the form I'm gonna use the complete input text field, and also I'm gonna use another input text field. Copy the first one, paste here, and again paste it. First one I'm gonna use first name, right, and I'm gonna use the name first name. Second input text field name last name, and I'm going to remove the placeholder last name. Save and refresh that. Okay, don't focus on this code because we will create a database on later. First name, last name, username, email, password, confirm password. So let's create a database. First I'm going to use localhost php myadmin, and then we will create a database. Then we will connect the database with our PHP code. Okay, so first thing, go to database and write the database name login pro. First I check it, where is the login pro. Okay, create database has been created. Now write the table name, users, and how many columns you want to create. First, second, third, fourth, five, and 6 is the primary key identity, and 2 more columns like validation code and token. Okay, 8 columns. So users 8 columns. Go. Now the first one is the ID, second is the first name and last name, and change the int. Second one is varchar 255, third one is varchar 255, and we need to include the auto increment to generate the numbers automatically, and third one is a username. Also I'm going to use varchar, and email I'm going to use text. I'm going to use varchar 255. I'm going to use 300 characters, right? And password will be varchar no text, okay? And validation code, I'm going to use text, and active. This column type I will be used at any int. It will get the values 1 or 0, so I will use 0. The default value will be saved 0, so save that. Alright, so we have successfully made the table with the name of users. Inside the user table I'm going to use a structure, and first ID, first name, last name, username, email, password, validation code, and active basically column. The type is tenant, the default, right? So first I'm going to refresh that, then you will be able to see the error has been removed. Why? Because we have successfully connected with our database, right? Now the next thing we need to remove the, first I'm going to show with you where is the where is the functions. I'm going to remove this one, right? Cut that. So after that we have successfully connected the database, and also we have removed the text. Let's check it now. The next one file like config.php. Inside the config.php file I write the function my fun parenthesis script bracket, and I'm going to use like echo this is config file. I'm going to display this text on the register.php file. So we just need to copy the function name, go to register.php page, and I'm gonna use this function display top of the cart, okay? Cart title, I'm gonna use p paragraph, just use p paragraph tag, and write the basic syntax of PHP, paste it, function, and I'm gonna use classes text align, text center, and color text danger. So let's check it now. As you can see guys, right, I'm gonna also use bg danger text white, bg danger text white, right, and also I'm gonna use padding py top and bottom 2, so and after that, okay, perfect. So this is the working process to connect the config file with relation function file, and this file is called on header.php file. Header.php file available on each page like register.php, login.php, and many other files. So you just need to call the function, which function you want to call where inside the code, right? So thank you very much for watching. See you in the next lecture guys. Hello guys, welcome back. In this video I'm gonna teach with you functions, how we can create a functions, then we will use the functions with another files are where we want to call the functions. So first thing, you need to go on functions.php file and cut those code. Go to config.php file and paste it. Just change the config to function file name because I want to use the complete code inside the config.php file. And also you need to use ob_start inside config.php file. ob_start is used to output buffering, right? And also callback function. This is the built-in PHP function, and you need to use session_start. After using those code, then close this one file and go to db.php file, right? And db.php file available on config.php file. I'm going to show with you guys. As you can see, you will write any code inside this file, then you just call config.php file where you want to call the functions, then the function will be called and display the data on the browser, right? So I'm gonna call this file inside this file, okay? db.php file available on config.php file. So I'm gonna write the functions inside db.php file. So inside this file I will write only for database functions. So first function, I'm gonna write function clean string values. The function name is a write function. You can write any name as you like. In my case I use escape. Pass parameter like string. You can write any name as you like. In my case I have written string. Then call global connection variable, because you need to write the connection inside the MySQL query, fetch data from database. You need to use the connection variable. So I'm gonna call return MySQL real escape string. Pass two parameters. The first one is your connection, second one is your variable that have inside our parameter like this one. Now the next function I'm gonna call query function query, parentheses, pass the parameter like query. You can write any name in as you like. In my case I have written query. Then I'm gonna call global connection variable, call return keyword, and call MySQL query. Basically you don't need to use those code again and again. Just call one time function, then the complete code will be automatically used inside your code editor. I'm going to show with you practically. So first thing, you need to pass the parameter like first one is your connection, second one is your query variable. Right? Now the next function you need to write confirmation function. I'm gonna call function confirmation. You can write any name. I'm gonna use confirm. Okay. Parentheses, pass parameter like result, split bracket, global con, and use if statement. If result variable is not stable, then come into the if body and call die query filed dot mysqli error. Pass parameter like a con. Now the final function I will write fetch data from database. So I'm going to call function fetch data. This is a function name. I'm going to call the variable like result. You can write any name. So I'm going to call global con. This is the connection variable. Then I'm going to call return MySQL fetch associate, or you can write array as you like. Inside that you need to pass only one parameter like result. You don't need to use connection variable inside this function, right? So I have made more than 4 functions. Those functions are very helpful to reuse the code. You don't need to use again and again those code. I'm going to show with you practically. So after completing the function, you need to make store the file data inside your database. I have already stored the data inside our database like id 1 John Doe and something. So I'm gonna use those functions to fetch the data from database. I'm gonna display the email on the browser. So first thing you need to go on, first I'm gonna change the, just a minute, includes header.php. Inside the header.php I have called function and also function file, but I need to call config file because the whole thing available on config file. Right after using config file inside the header.php file, then you will be able to use those functions where the header file available. For example, this file is available on index.php file. I'm going to show with you. As you can see, the header.php file available inside the index.php file. So I'm gonna use those functions, like those function inside this file, and also you will use those function where header.php file is available, right? So first thing you need to use basic syntax of PHP and write the SQL select static from users. This is my table name, and I'm gonna call the query. This is my variable name, and I'm gonna call query function that have inside our database. This one function. I don't need to use the MySQL query and pass the 2 parameter like connection query. I just call the function and pass the 1 parameter like this one. Okay, and then you need to also use confirmation function that will help you to confirm this query is perfect or not. Then I'm going to call row. This is my row variable, and I'm going to call fetch data function that have inside our database like this one. You just need to pass the result query variable, right? Then I'm going to display the data from database, so you just use echo row variable and brackets single quotation which column data you want to display on the browser. For example, I want to display the email, so you just call the email column name, use terminator sign or semicolon, open your browser, and after that, as you can see, john@gmail.com. as you can see, I'm gonna display the first name, so just write the first name, save, and let's check it now. As you can see, right? So we have made more than 4 functions like real escape sequence that will help you to clean the string characters, query, confirmation function, and fetch data. So we will use them again and again, so we don't need to use complete code like MySQL fetch associate array, MySQL query, pass 2 parameter, and something. So I hope you understood as well. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next lecture. Hello guys, welcome back. In previous lecture we have made more than 4 functions inside our db.php file. In this video I'm gonna teach with you how we can create another functions that will help you to redirect and also display the messages and also generate the tokens and many other things. But before creating those functions, we will create another function that will help you to get the row values from database. So row values from database. So the function row count, this is the function name, parentheses, curly brackets, and call return MySQLi row num rows, right? We need to also pass the parameter like count and pass the same parameter, right? So, and remove this one file, close this one tab and go to function.php file, right? Function.php file. So first function clean string values. So I'm going to call function clean string, this is a parameter, and I'm going to call return HTML entities, pass the parameter like string, right? Now the next function I'm going to call redirect users. I'm going to call redirection function redirect location, this is a parameter, curly brackets, and call return header, parentheses, location colon brackets, and pass the same parameter that have inside our parameter function parameter, right? Now the next function I'm going to call display, set session message, set message msg, this is a parameter, and I call if condition the parameter message variable is not empty, then come into the if body and create a session and write the session name. I'm going to call session name is a message and assign the parameter variable like msg, right? Then I'm going to call else statement, otherwise the session, no, I'm going to call the message msg equal to null, right? This is a set message function. Then I'm going to call display message function display message msg, and then I'm going to call echo $_session brackets and call the same session name that have inside our above, like this one, message, and assign the just a minute. Okay, I just use a terminator sign, and I need to also call unset $_session parentheses and the message session message, right? Okay, I'll leave the parameter. Right now the final function I will create a generate the token. Generate token function token generate parentheses curly brackets, make a variable write any name as you like. In my case I use a token. And also you need to make a session, parenthesis, brackets, write the session name. I'm gonna call session name token, then I'm gonna call equal sign and use MD5. This is the built-in function that will help you to encrypt the token, right, token value, and call unique ID. This is the also function that will help you to generate the unique ID code. Then I'm going to call empty underscore rent. This function will help you to get the generate the random values and use comma and call just true, right? So the complete data will be stored inside our token variable, right? And also the value available on the complete value will be available on the session variable like token. Then final step, you need to call return token, right? So those functions are very helpful. This function will use to display the message. This function will be used to set the message. This function will use to redirect the user, and this function will use to clean the our HTML entities values, right? So those are functions. We will use them on later. This time I just want to show you how you can make those functions. So thank you very much for watching. See you in the next lecture, guys. Hello guys, welcome back. In this video I'm gonna teach with you how we can get the data from input text fields and how we can display the data on the browser. So first thing, you need to open the register.php file. We have a more than 1 2 3 4 5 6 values, or you can say that 6 input text field, right? And you need to open the first one page like register.php, and the second one is a function.php file, right? Inside the function.php file I will create a function. Just a minute. User, those are basically validation functions. First I'm going to check it, right? User or validation function, right? And call the function user validation parentheses split brackets. And then you need to get the values from input text field. I'm going to show with you. We have assigned the names like name, first name, last name, username, email, pass, confirm pass, right? So we need to get the value with the help of names, right? So just write the variable name, first name, and use clean function that have inside our function.php like this one, right? Clean function, and inside the parenthesis you need to write first I'm gonna use if $server request underscore method equal to post, then come into the if body and get the data. First I'm gonna check it. Cool, it's working fine. I'm gonna just use working fine, right? Then I'm gonna call this function. I copy this function and go to register.php and paste the function after the body called body. Paste it, wait 2 minutes time, save that, and let's check it now. I just use a register now button. As you can see, working fine, right? It means we are able to use this function. Now inside the split bracket you just need to get the value from input text field. So I'm gonna use first name clean function $post the first input text field name, like use first name copy it, paste here, and make a variable clean last name and username clean underscore post username. Those are input text field names, right? I'm going to show with you guys. As you can see, first name, last name, username, email pass, and confirm pass. So the fourth one is the email clean. This is a clean function. Post brackets email and pass clean dollar underscore post pass. I check it the pass name. Okay, pass. Now the last one is a C pass, means confirm password. Those are variables, local variables, right? And I'm gonna use clean post and C pass. This is the input text field name, right? Then I'm gonna call echo statement and call the each input text field variable that will get the data from input text field. First name comma last name comma username comma email comma pass and C pass. So this function will get the data from input text field. Okay, so let's check it now. First refresh that, and I'm going to use programmer developer web dev @gmail.com, password 123456 123456. Hit enter. As you can see guys, programmer developer web developer @hotmail.com, password and confirm password also. It means we are able to get the data from input text field and display the data on the browser. In the next video I'm going to teach with you how you can validate the input text field. You can also use a validation like empty to the default required. This is a HTML validation. I will also use validation in PHP, but this is the empty or validation, right? So and refresh the page. And as you can see guys, please fill in the blanks. Right, I write, please write. This is the HTML validation, and I also will use PHP validation, like I check the characters more than 50 characters, I mean 3 characters, less than, greater than. I will teach with you on later. So thank you very much for watching. See you in the next lecture. Hello guys, welcome back. In this video I'm gonna teach with you how you can use validation in PHP. So first thing, you need to open your code editor, and basically I have removed echo statement, so I will use validation. So first thing, you need to make an array. I'm gonna call array name errors, right? This is my array, and I'm gonna also make a variables like max and assign the value 20, and I'm going to use min, assign the value 5, right? First target the first name, so I'm going to call if strlen. This is the built-in function which used to check the characters. So I'm going to call the first variable like first name. If the first name character less than 5, variable name is a min. Inside the main variable have a 5 values. If anyone user will enter less than 5 characters, we will be able to see error message. So I'm gonna call error variable like array and assign the value. First name cannot be less than brackets and the variable name characters, right? Then I'm gonna call again if statement and call strlen parentheses first name greater than max, and when user will enter more than 20 characters we will be able to see the same message. But I'm gonna change that, I'm gonna change to max, right? This is a validation for first name. You can use the same validation with last name. So I'm gonna copy the last name variable and paste on here, and just change the text. Last name cannot be less than 3 characters and last name cannot be less than more than 20 characters. No, I'm gonna remove more than, cannot be more than. Okay, this is a more than. I'm gonna copy this one and paste it, right? This is our validation. Now the final validation I will use to check the username characters. So I'm gonna use if not match. This is a preg match function which used to check the characters. Parentheses and use double quotation, backslash sign, and use arrow sign, asterisk sign, and dollar sign. Means this is a validation. Use brackets. Inside the brackets you will assign the characters, which characters the username will accept. So first I'm going to use basically brackets. Inside the brackets I'm going to use A to Z small, A to Z large, and also I'm going to use comma 0 to 9 characters will accept, which column or which input text will accept those characters. I'm going to use comma. I'm going to use first username. Okay, username will accept, just a minute I check it. This is a if statement. Okay, I'm going to use bracket, right? So I'm going to copy this error message and I'm going to use username cannot be accept those characters, right? Save that, and I'm going to display all the messages on the registration form. So I'm going to use if parentheses not empty parentheses and the variable name errors brackets. Then I'm going to call for each to display the all messages. So I'm going to call the errors array name as and write the error variable. You can write any name as you like. This is a variable and this is the array name, right? This value will get this variable, so you just call this variable to display the all messages. So I'm going to call echo errors. I'm going to use error, sorry. So let's check it now. First I'm going to use 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4, and I'm going to use another symbols like and asterisk something something. This is username, and I'm going to use admin@gmail.com 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6. Hit enter. As you can see guys, we are able to see all error message has been appeared. First name can't be less than 5 characters. This is my first message. Last name can't be less than 5 characters. Username can't be accept those characters, right? So I'm gonna display those text with I'm gonna use first. I'm gonna show with you guys. I'm gonna use div close, and I'm gonna assign the classes alert danger, right, and call single quotation dot and error variable, right, error variable. So let's check it now again. Okay, so I'm gonna use ABCD username something and email something, password something, hit enter. As you can see guys, we are able to see 3T validation has been appeared. Like first name can't be less than 5 characters, last name can't be less than 5 characters, username can't be except those characters, right? So I hope you understood as well all about validation. You can also use validation to check the empty fields, but I have assigned the default validation. HTML5 validation are required. If you want to remove that and use validation inside the PHP, you can do that, right? How you can use validation, empty validation, just call if and call empty and call the variables, each variable on the empty fields, and display the same message, right? I'm going to remove that. So this is a very simple validation. You can use that to secure your registration form. So thank you very much for watching. See you in the next lecture guys. Hello guys, welcome back. In this video I'm going to teach you another validation, like check the email username available or not in the database, and also I'm going to teach with you how you can check the password and confirm password validation. So first thing, after the user validation function, I'm going to create a function, another function, email exist, call function email exist. This is the function name, parentheses, exclude brackets, function, just a minute, function, and pass the one parameter, right? Then we need to use query. Query is very simple. You select static from your table name is a users, where the column name, I'm going to show with you column name. As you can see guys, this is a column name, email, so you need to write the same column name. Basically I already checked it, I referred that. Okay, so this is your email column name, and then you need to use equal single quotation and pass the same parameter which have inside the email parentheses, right? Use terminator sign and make a variable and call the query function, right? Query function is available on the db. I'm going to show with you config db.php query function. This function, call this function. This function will use to run the complete query and pass the simple parameter like seq. Then use if statement and call another function like fetch data and pass the parameter like result variable. Then use exclude brackets and call return true. If the email available on the database, then come into the if body and return true, means true, okay? And use else statement and call return false, right? This is a very simple function. So you need to copy the function and display the message. I go to above and use if the function parentheses and pass parameter like email variable that will get the data from input text field. This variable available on above, I'm going to show with you this one, right? The email exist function get the one parameter, and one parameter is your input text, email input text field variable. Then call this error message, paste it, and call email already exist, already registered. Okay, I'm gonna use this one. First save that, and I'm gonna show with you guys. The john@gmail.com already registered, so let's check it now. I'm gonna use admin web developer. No, I'm gonna use programmer. developer, and I'm going to use john@gmail.com, password 123456 123456. Hit enter. As you can see guys, email already registered, right? This is our first validation. Okay, now the next validation, I'm going to use the username exists or not. Username exists. Okay, just a minute. Function. Okay, so you need to copy this complete same code, paste here, and change the function name, user parameter, and also change the user, also column name. Check it. Username. Okay, column name is a username, so you need to use username, right? Then everything is the same. Go to above and copy the same method, paste here, and just change the function name like user exist. Okay, copy that and go to above and paste here. Change the variable name like user, and change the user name already registered, right? Save. Let's check it now. Username is a John Doe. Okay, let's refresh that. I'm going to use web programmer, developer, and John Doe. Okay, this is the username already registered inside our database, so I'm going to use same database and use another email like this one. Hit enter. What is this? No username. Okay, I check it, the username. Okay, this is my mistake. Okay, I copy the username. Basically this is a and paste here. Use G. Okay, large something at gmail.com. Hit enter. Username already registered, right? This is our second validation. Now let's use another validation like password confirmation. If the password variable equal to, sorry, not equal to cpass, then comment the if body and display this one message. Password matched, right? Okay, so refresh that, and then I'm going to use something at gmail.com, and I'm going to use password invalid. First I'm going to use 123 and I'm going to use 12, right? As you can see guys, password not matched. Okay, so this is our third validation. I'm going to also comment the each if statement. Check the first name characters, right? Copy that, paste it, and check the last name characters, last name, and the same thing, paste last name, and this if statement used to check the username characters, right? And this if statement used to check the email, check the email exist. Okay, and copy that, paste here, and username. Okay, and finally is a password and confirm password. password, confirm password. Hello guys, welcome back. In this video I'm gonna teach with you how you can store the data in the database, and also I'm gonna teach with you how you can encrypt the password and how you can make a validation code. I'm gonna show with you like this one, and also I'm gonna teach with you how you can redirect with another page and display the message. So first thing, you need to go on your code editor and you need to make a function. So I'm going to call user registration function, right? Call function user registration, parentheses, square brackets. Inside the parentheses you need to pass the parameter. How many parameters you want to pass? Your input text field, all names. You can write any name as you like. In my case I use readable names, f name, l name, u name, email, and finally we need to pass password, right? Those are input text field names, okay? I mean those are values 1 2 3 4 5, right? I'm going to show it to you 1 2 3 4 5, right? This is a optional, right? So you need to pass the 4 parameter. You can write any name as you like, right? Then you need to make a variable, for example first name, and use escape function that will use to convert or check the your string values, okay? Now the first thing, you need to pass the first one variable like f name, copy that, paste, l name, copy that and paste here, and third one u name, copy that and paste here, email, copy that and paste here, and finally the password, copy that and paste here, right? And also you need to change the variables, last name and username, right? Those are my unique variables. You can change the names as you like. In my case I use remember readable names, okay? And email, and finally it's password. I'm going to use pass, right? Then I'm going to check if I'm going to call email exist function that will use to check the email available or not in the database. So you need to copy this one variable and paste here, and use square brackets and use return true, right? Then call else if and call again user exist function that will use to check the user available or not. So you need to pass the username variable. I'm going to show with you username, not username, this one variable, right? And I have assigned this one email variable inside our exist function, right? Then call the same thing, return true. Then final step, you need to write else statement, and I'm gonna convert or encrypt the password. So you need to make a variable password, this is my variable, and use equal sign and call md5 parentheses and pass the pass variable that will use to encrypt your password. Now the next thing we need to do is we need to generate the validation code, okay? So make a variable and use equal sign and call md5 parentheses, and you need to target your username, right? Copy that and paste it and use plus sign, and also you need to use micro time that will use to micro your username validation code, right? Now the final step, you need to write the queries. I'm going to call SQL and query is insert into user values parenthesis no parenthesis and target your database column names. First name, last name, username, email, password, validation code, and active. So you need to write username, this is your database column name, first name, last name, and that one is username, I think username, first name, last name, username, and email, comma, and password, and then validation code, comma, and active. Those are basically I'm gonna use WordRep. Okay, WordRep used to display the code with next line. Okay, this is the last column, validation. Then you need to use values parentheses and pass one by one input text field names. The first one is the username, I mean first name. Copy that and use single quotation, paste here, use comma, and again single quotation, copy the second one, last name. Third one is a username, copy that, paste here. Fourth one is the email, copy that and paste it. Fifth one is the password. You need to copy this one variable, right? This will use to encrypt the password. Okay, this variable will get encrypted password and store the password values in the password variable. Right now, the next thing you need to use validation code, comma, and single quotation, this one code, I mean variable. Now the final is you need to write the active, single quotation, and where is the last one is the values is active or not, 0 or 1. You need to write 0, and finally you need to write terminal sign. Right, this is our query. Then I'm gonna call result variable and call query function and pass the parameter like SQL. Right now, the next thing you need to do is call, okay, I think everything is perfect, and then I need to use confirm password, I mean confirm call confirm method that will use the query is perfect or not and pass the result variable. Right, and then you need to also use return true. Right, this is our complete function where you will call this function. So just copy the complete this one statement with parameters, go to above, and this is a basically if statement. If the arrow is not empty, then come into the if body, otherwise come into the else body and paste the function. Right, no, I just want to use if statement also, if parentheses and function. Okay, so you need to pass the parameters. Which parameters you want to pass, go to above and pass those parameters like first name, paste, last name. You need to pass those basically values, last name and username, right, and also I'm gonna remove this one, use script brackets, then I will use username, email, and password. This one pass variable, right, this one, copy that and go to below and paste pass error. paste it. Okay, now the next thing, you need to display the message. So first thing, I'm gonna call, if everything is perfect, then I want to redirect the user with another page. So I'm gonna call redirect. Basically this is a function that will use to redirect the user. So I'm gonna call index.php. If everything is perfect, then user will redirect with index.php. Inside the index.php, I'm gonna call set message function that will use to set the message. Which message you want to set, you need to pass the value inside the parentheses. For example, I'm gonna call you have successfully registered, please check your activation link, right? But I'm gonna cut that and I'm gonna call p close, and first I'm gonna use single quotation, right? Basically I will use bootstrap classes. BG success text center, and also lead. This is basically, and those are classes. Inside the parentheses, I mean closing and starting paragraph tag, I'm gonna paste the complete text. Then first I'm gonna cut that and paste here, then redirect the user with another page. So save that and go to index.php file, and I'm gonna display the message, right? So container call and code, I'm gonna call, this is basically, I'm gonna paste top of the paragraph tag, okay, and use PHP. Now I'm gonna remove that and call PHP, and I'm gonna call display message as method, right? This message will be used to display the message on the browser. Okay, so first thing, we need to check it's working or not. So I'm gonna use web, no, I'm gonna use first I'm gonna change the characters. Okay, I just want to show you minimum 3 value. Okay, save, and I'm gonna use web developer, web dev, webdev@gmail.com, 123456 123456. Hit register. Okay, we can't see the message on index.php. We are able to see the error line number, function 31 and message in, but we will check the data will store or not. Okay, we are able to see the data has been stored on the database successfully. As you can see, web developer, web dev, and this is the email, and this is the password, encrypted password, validation code is encrypted, and final is the activation code is 0. But we need to display the message. So let's check it now. The 31 function 31, where is the function 31? Here is the function 31, go session message. Let's check it now. The undefined index message. Okay, this is a session message name. Okay guys, I think I need to change the session name. I'm gonna use MSG and paste it, right? So let's check it now on the browser. I'm gonna call again register.php, and I'm gonna use another name, programmer, php dev 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, at gmail.com. I think I need to check it, the session undefined index msg and function line number 31. Okay guys, I think this video is too long. In the next video I'm going to teach with you how you can display the message. Basically this video is too long, so thank you very much for watching. See you in the next lecture guys.